So self-nurturing activities will be key as well, because once again, you know, any discipline, any technology, any practice is only as good as the practitioner, and that includes astrology. So any health problems that you have will come under the protective auspices of Jupiter this year, and that goes for people around you, anybody under your care, anybody that you've taken under your wing. You'll have multiple choice. The only thing is, too many cooks spoil the broth. So there will be a moment or moments over the year when you'll be a bit spoilt for choice and having to decide, you know, which way shall I go here, because maybe there might be too much well-meant advice, too many options. Just listen to your intuition, just listen to your gut, and you'll be fine. Also, over 2009, you're going to be learning more about the mind-body-spirit connection. So, like I say, it'll be important for you to look after you more. Have a meditation or retreat space set up for yourself, if you can do that. Be firmer about boundaries and your own limitations. You know, don't make sure that you're not stepping out of your comfort zone, because you know, in your enthusiasm to be there for others. Also, the other way this can work is actually you end up being where the buck stops, or carrying the can, or picking up the pieces for somebody else's bad decision or bad behavior. So yeah, so you'll need to be aware of that. Also, it's a great year for artistic work, for those craftspeople out there, and also spiritual work in general. Now, another thing to mention is the eclipses. There's going to be, every year there's a series of eclipses. The first one happens in January the 26th, and then over the year it will be lighting up an area concerned with work and service in your chart. So once again, that is going to bring change in there. If things have been difficult, then you will be able to make the changes, because the change energy will be helping you. This change energy isn't good or bad, it's just an energy. So if you're aware that there's a loosening in that area, there's more margin possible in that area, then it will help you make improvements, maybe set things up in a different way, decide on a different schedule or game plan, or different therapy or exercise, whatever it is. Also, it will bring change into your job area. So even though you've got this benevolent influence of Jupiter, you've also got a lot more margin for change there. And it's not going to be just down to you to make the changes. The universe will bring, you know, will sort of just present something to you. So it'll be a two-way street. It'll be a little bit of both. Circumstances are generally due to change in your employment area, and not only the employment area, but also the area of health. And for those of you who, you know, are at home, or don't have like a formal employment or informal training, it's going to be a learning curve year for you as you go about your daily tasks, and things should be easier in that area. Now, as I said earlier, it's going to be a good year for you to keep plugging away at building this structure, healthier lifestyle choices, better work options, training and so on. That's all going to bring good influences your way. And I suppose a key theme could be this more nurturing for yourself, and this asking yourself why you do what you do, for who you do it, and saying to yourself, you know, how much am I keeping back for me, and believing a little bit more in your own greatness and your own right to care and approval and appreciation, and try to tone down this feeling that you have, maybe, that you're not doing enough for others, because that needs to be cut down to size for some of you. Now Pluto has recently moved into a sector of your chart related to your innate creativity, individualism, power, this feeling of not being criticized or judged by others, but just doing what you do for the sheer hell of it, because you just enjoy it so much, like playing a game or an instrument, or doing a craft, or doing some sort of leisure pursuit, something that you really love to do, like a hobby, and saying, I'm going to do this because it feeds me on some level, and making more space for that, for yourself in 2009. And this will be actually over the next 16 years. Virgos, in the first 4 days of the sign, will these issues will jump into the foreground of your mind and your heart, I suppose, where you might want to look at how you may have sabotaged yourself in the past by giving up too much for the strengthening and the supporting and backing of somebody else. Remember, everybody has the right to make their own mistakes and bad decisions in life. That's what we're here for, to learn. Our mistakes are our responsibility, not yours. So your mistakes in your life are your responsibility. That's how we learn. And so there's another thing to be aware of. So I'll get off the soapbox now. In January there'll be more chance for you to learn, to play, to relax, to have fun. For some of you, a new love interest could develop there, and in general, you or a partner, or a family member, a friend, are just going to have a chance for more leisure activity together. Just do something nice together. All recreational pursuits are highlighted, and your creative juices, your ideas, will start flying around in your head, will be flowing. Well, that's it for January. If you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too. And there's a written version of this on